how we are choosing to speak, how we're choosing to just live and thrive in all that we do. So again, it's very imperative that we choose to stop saying I can't and start saying I can, and that things will change, things will get better for me. Now, how then do we harness grit in leaders? Well, you can harness grit by strengthening resilience through adversity, because resilient leaders, they don't avoid hardship, they rise through it. Women leaders, they often balance multiple roles, right? Your mom, your manager, your boss, your supervisor. There's so many different things going on. However, they rise through it. Women leaders often balance these roles, making resilience essential. Now, my acronym for grit is having great resilience in time, because I understood it's all about resilience. Whenever you understand that, life will happen, life will throw you tomatoes every once in a while, but that does not mean that you have to resolve to defeat, that you can still be an incredible leader and really cultivate the purpose why you are here. Then that resilience, that ability to bounce back in the face of hardships and in the face of adversity is what's going to push you through whatever you don't feel like it. When you're like, I'm just tired, I just don't want to do it, I'm just over it, I just need a break, I just want to give up. Resilience is key. I was recently, I was taking a walk, and my legs started getting really tired because I had been walking for a while, like maybe 45 minutes or so, but I wanted to push myself and see how far I could walk, how long I could walk. So, I was like, okay, I'm going to push myself a little bit longer. But I can tell in that moment, it was so easy to be able to say, okay, I'm just going to turn around and go home, because it doesn't, I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired. And I've reached that breaking point. I'm like at the brink. And it's imperative that when you feel that way about life, whether you're dealing with grief, stress, financial pressures, um, relationship issues, family issues, whatever you're dealing with, it's imperative that when you feel like you're like at your wits' end, that is when you really start to push through to cross over in the finish line. Students are feeling this right now. Many students are on the brink of graduation, and they're tired. They don't want to push out another semester, but they've got to cultivate grit and say, I've got only another 3 or 4 months left. I can do this. And I want to encourage you to say the same and to feel the same, that yes, you can do this. Okay. And it's through resilience, because whenever you do that, you go beyond those expectations. That is what resilience beyond measure is. It's when you are able to thrive beyond your limits, your standards, even your goals. You're able to achieve beyond. My studies even show that when people have grit and they really understand that resilience, and they have the growth mindset, the resilience, the self-efficacy, and the time management, they exceed their expectations. They exceed the goals. And I want you to think about yourself. Have you ever said, okay, I'm going to work out for 30 minutes? I'll say 30 minutes because all of us could do 30 minutes on a treadmill. So you say, okay, I'm going to work out for 30 minutes on a treadmill, and when I hit 30, I'm done. How many of you, though, have reached 30 minutes and you still have got some grit in you to keep pushing? So yeah, workout session's done. Yeah, you hit your calorie mark. Your heart rate's good, but that grit makes you go beyond measure. It makes you go beyond what it was that you said you're going to do. So I thought that was very powerful and very interesting, how grit is key if you're really trying to not only succeed, but excel beyond measure. And so I want you to, take a moment now and look at some of these action tips that I wanted to share with you. So first off, whenever you're doing this, you're trying to really harness grit and make it your own. You're trying to own it. It's imperative that you do reflect on past obstacles that you've overcome, and that you use those as evidence that you are equipped to endure what's ahead. Also, you're going to, build that inner confidence intentionally. And I spoke about that. This is imperative. Honor your achievements. No, you don't have to be a narcissist, but it is imperative that you do pat yourself on the back every once in a while. You honor the things that you've done. And then silence self-doubt. Stop saying, oh, I can't do it, or, oh, it's just too long. I know, as an author, there was a time that I wanted to write a book, and it took me 3 years to get it done. But I remember just that self-doubt of, I don't know that I can do this. I don't know that I'm the one to do this. I don't know if I'm fit. I don't know if I'm the right person, cut from the right cloth to do this. And sometimes we've got to kick ourselves and say, we're gonna really focus on one big or small win, and we're going to make sure that we believe in ourselves and that we are really celebrating the work that we've already done, knowing that we are the right person for the job. Now, with that said, the next thing is mastering time management with purpose. You can schedule non-negotiable times for strategic thinking, rest, and personal growth. Listen, I am guilty of not doing this enough myself. So I'm saying this for all of us. We have to do more resting, personal growth, strategic thinking, self-love. All of that is good, even if you are rocking it out and you're a leader and you're just trying to figure out how to harness more grit. Also, we have to set clear expectations and goals and hold ourselves accountable. It's imperative. We have to have mentors, people that can speak into our lives, people that can be with us. It's so key. So some of the strategies that I want to share with you, of course, adopting a growth mindset, strengthen resilience through purpose, building self-efficacy through affirmations and action, and then practicing intentional time management. Okay. Intentional time management. And so, with that said, I do want to talk a little bit about my new book, Thriving Through Grit. And that's the back cover of it. You can get it there eventually if you want to scan it. I can also provide the link for you guys. I'm super excited that you guys are here. I'm thankful for all the support, for all those that have supported me on this journey so I could push this book out. People have been asking me for a book for years. And so I'm grateful to be able to push out this book, Stop Surviving, Start Thriving. It's a grit framework for leaders. And so when I talk about thriving and having resilience beyond measure, it's having that time stewardship. It's having a hope-fueled growth, having resilient leadership, inner confidence, vision-driven action, and having empowered execution so that we can all take consistent action by using the grit framework. Okay, so if you're really trying to be serious this year, this book is definitely a resource for you, but not only the book, the grit course as well, Thriving Through Grit, Stop Surviving, Start Thriving Through Grit course. It's an online course that I've done for you, at least about 6 weeks of me talking about grit and going through the actual book of Stop Surviving, Start Thriving book with you so that you understand what it's supposed to look like, what it's supposed to feel like. And we walk with you together for 6 weeks. So you can scan that QR code right there. And with that said, that concludes what I wanted to talk with you guys about when it comes down to grit. And then here is just a survey. If you're wanting to take the survey, you can also scan the QR code. You can email me, india.white.123@gmail.com. You can visit the website. A couple of resources are there for you. You've got the online courses there. The Stop Surviving, Stop Thriving book is there. And it's also on Amazon. And then, of course, my Instagram is Indy238, my website, www.india-white.com. And so these are just some things that I wanted to share with you guys. And so with that said, I do want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for allowing me to talk into your life and to really build grit with you. Take grit with you no matter what. Know that it is in your power to thrive and to have resilience beyond measure. So with that said, you can find me at www.india-white.com or my email, india.white.123@gmail.com. You can also find me on social media. Facebook is Miss India White. LinkedIn is The India White. Twitter's Indy Speak and Teach. Instagram is Indy238. I'm on TikTok as Dr. India White. Blue Sky is also, I believe, Dr. India White. So you can find me a couple of different platforms. I'm looking forward to hearing the results of how you guys are building grit. And I'm looking forward to hearing how the course is going to work out for you and your organization and also how the book is going to fare for you. So with that said, thank you so much. Stay gritty, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.